Okay. Alrighty, sorry about that. Not sure what happened there. We were having this weird thing. We went to start the stream, and you probably saw a little bit of that, and we didn't have any signal from the camera. And everything looked fine. Just went over there and jiggled a cable, which was already plugged in, turned the camera off and on, and then eventually we got there. So, hello everyone, I'm Tim from Tim's PC, and I build custom PCs to suit anyone's needs or budget. Also live stream my builds and repairs for transparency and educational purposes. So if you'd like to get an awesome new PC and you'd like to see it get put together live, send me a message today. Alright, so we got a few builds and whatnot to tinker around with tonight. So I'm going to get stuck right into it. So this first one, this is the pink 4090 system. Okay, so the challenge we had with this, the cooler that he got was only for Intel 1151 and 1200. So we definitely didn't want to go with outdated CPUs and stuff with our 4090. So we've gone with the 13400F. However, I had to get creative when mounting the cooler. So we need to double check and make sure we've definitely got a good mount on there. But yeah, basically I've had to use a different back plate, and I've had to cut one of the arms slightly, and I've had to use a slightly different bolt on one of the corners. But either way, we got there. We got this cooler and we got the modern CPU. So happy days. Just got to make sure, like I said, that it's making good contact and all that, and we'll see when we turn it on. So the next challenge we had with this one was the radiator here. So we're not going to have any room to mount the radiator up top, so we're going to have to mount it to the front. So we should have just enough room in front of our graphics, and then it will just be these fans here on the front. Or, you know, do I move those fans? Nah, I think we'll just leave them as is, and then we'll just transfer the other two fans up here. So either way, it should be fine. It's not a very toasty CPU that we're using. So yeah, happy days.
Hey Tim.
Yeah.
Ray says hello Tim, how are you?
Hey Ray, how you going? Good to have you with us.
Rick says liking the Halloween.
Holiday? I don't even think it's really a holiday.
No.
It's just her favourite time of year.
It's fun.
She says it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
This is what Christine calls fun. Okay, so we're gonna move these fans up top. Yeah.
Sam says love the colour of this one for the PC.
Yeah, it's something a bit different. Like the pink PC's still a little bit niche, but yeah, I mean they've been a thing for years. We've done a few pink PC builds. Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen a pink cooler before.
No, so this is a Dark Flash branded one. So it's the Chinese special, basically. Okay, so what has to happen here is these fans on the front need to be swapped over to long screws and screwed into the radiator. These bolts here screw into the fans. They're the standard fan bolt there. And so yeah, we'll use these bolts on these fans And these bolts that were in these fans we'll use on these two fans now. Yeah. Hey Billy, how you going? This is Billy's PC here. So yeah, I just finished saying, Billy, we made it work here. Because that would have been better than giving you old hardware. Yeah. Who was that? Anthony? Hey Anthony, how you going? Good to have you with us.
Billy says you have also the sensei. Billy says you are the wow. And Anthony says love the whole king.
Yeah, something a bit different. Okay, so those fans are just kind of sitting there. Come on, don't fall, don't fall. I saw that. Huh?
I said I really wanted them to fall.
You really wanted them to fall. Oh, thanks.
Dean says Tim's new build. No.
Oh, no. Even the white ones are a little bit too much for Timbo. Okay, so once you get opposite corners there of your cooler screwed in, you'll have one bolt through each of the fans, and then it will make it a lot easier to get the others in place. Now I just noticed these screws are raised up a little bit, so hopefully it doesn't impact us putting the front on. If not, we're going to have to swap over to some bolts that are flatter on the top, but that's no dramas. However, this is like reason 79 why sometimes building your own PC isn't quite as fun, because you don't have all the spare parts just lying around. Okay, oh, I'm missing one screw. No, plenty of room. Okay. Now, as for these on the top, so the hardest part about this is just feeding these cables through. Okay, there we go. So yeah, these fans here will be in the exhaust position. Oh.
Now, fluffy now. You being fluffy.
I am missing one silver bolt. That's okay. We're going to use one black one here. It's going under the dust filter. No one's going to know. It's our secret.
Until you take the dust filter off. I don't think they care.
No, I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's pretty low on the hierarchy. Okay. So we got this cable here from our fans up the top, and we've got RGB for everything. So you can control the LED with this one here. There's a dedicated LED line. But you can also turn that off. You don't have to control it with the button because we have addressable cables. So, yeah. Who is it? Mad Warrior, how you going, man? Good to have you with us. Okay, so can we just slide a cable around, maybe? Alright, so I just plugged in this cable here. I just slipped it behind the board there, and that is plugged in to our addressable header. And so this allows you to control the RGB with software as opposed to just pressing on the button. Alrighty, I don't have any electrical tape. I usually like to put a bit of tape around these connections here because they can sometimes be a little bit of a pain in the ass. But it's really easy to fix. And then we just got this other one here. It's another fan. And what do we do with this one? board has fan headers in all the wrong places. I think we're gonna need another SATA cable. Okay, so I'm gonna have to remove the power supply to install another cable.
Tim,
Yeah.
also, how often do you have second-hand leads for sale?
Oh, look, as they come through. So if someone comes to me and they've got a PC and they want to upgrade, I'll let them know that if they're after an upgrade and you know they're not really concerned about what they can get for their PC or anything like that, I'll offer them a trade-in, but I can't sort of pay, you know, exactly what they would get for it if they sold it privately. And so I'm always straight up with people about that, because it's basically I've got to pay like cash converter prices for that sort of stuff, because I've got to take into account the time that it spends for me to play around with them, and then also the risk that comes with offering a limited warranty on them. So that's a bit of a hard one. So I've got a few things to consider there. But essentially, when someone hits me up, I'll talk to them through the options, and if they don't really mind getting just cash converter prices, they're just after a quick discount and they want their new system, then we can usually work something out. But I don't want to rip anyone off or anything like that. I don't want to be known for that. So I just simply tell people, yeah, straight up, if you want a quick solution, I can give you something for your build. It won't be like what you'd get for selling it as a whole system privately, but it's a quick solution, because sometimes trying to sell a used PC on Marketplace is a real pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even advertise on Marketplace. I think maybe Facebook might place my ads on Marketplace sometimes, but that's not as like an actual Marketplace listing for a product. It's more like an ad that people see when they scroll through Facebook Marketplace. So I'm on Marketplace in that sense, but I don't advertise my PCs on Marketplace. Like, I don't actually list anything on Marketplace, because it's just a waste of time. All I get when I advertise on Marketplace is people who think that, you know, basically I'm a business in distress and I'll sell everything like it's a fire sale. and they won't buy anything unless it's, you know, half price. And so when you're selling new PCs and you got all these lowballers, it's pretty quick to sort of, for you to realize, hey, I'm not even going to list anything on Marketplace anymore. And some of my colleagues, they have better luck on Marketplace, but they specialize in they sort of specialize in different stuff. Like a couple of them are like real sort of economy of scale sort of businesses, if you know what I'm saying. So like they'll have like warehouse space, and they'll go and import like stuff from China, and yeah, they'll sort of sell those pre-builts really cheap, and that'll be sort of their thing. Ugh, fucking. But yes, it all depends what you sort of sell. What's going on here? Something's amiss.
It's witchcraft.
I know, right? Kind of feel like it is at this point. That looks better. And so this is just the 3.5 drive tray. There's a good chance that Billy won't even use this, but we'll put it back in place. Because if not, it's not really complete. Okay. Alrighty. Don't get your wires crossed. That's half the freaking battle. See, unfortunately, there's not really much you can do with this. So no matter where you plug it in, you've got to connect it to this thing. Okay, so there's not really too much room for some of these cables, but we'll be right. Okay, so let's see whether this is alright. So I'm pretty sure we've done the install on this one already. So all we need to do is sort of turn it on, and probably needs to be stress tested. Alright, let's... Alright. Sweet. So yeah, temperature's there, 28, 27 degrees at the lowest. Yeah, you're not gonna get temperatures like that without a proper cooler.
Fluffy.
That was a very weird noise he made.
I think he was looking at the dog when he did that.
Oh.
So just went towards the back door, and that's where the little one is. So.
He's like, how come he's outside? Alright. So there it is, our 10 core 16 thread CPU.
Bailey! He doesn't want to be my Bailey, even though he didn't. You're a little bit full on sometimes, Grandma.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, I know. Alrighty, so we're getting something a bit more intensive for our CPU to run. And as we can see, just ice cold basically. So your CPU can get up to 100 degrees. So considering where it's at, no problems at all. Okay, I'll stress test it later.
Just give me the puppy look. I'm like, oh, I want to let her in, but then the cat's like, I'm pulling my fur out.
Alright, so I'll run through the benchmarks on this one just so you can see. 4090, 13400. So we've got our graphics card, temperature, usage, clock speed, wattage, our VRAM usage and clock speed, our CPU temperature, usage, clock speed, wattage, our RAM usage, and this number here is our frames per second. Yeah.
If you notice, there's a whole load, there's 3 Jesus and Christine, just a heads up, you can bits of show.
So yeah, just bear in mind we are doing some stuff in the background, so CPU's a little bit preoccupied there. That's why our GPU utilization is so little. This is also a really easy benchmark for a 4090. If we sorted it out, had it running at full power, you could get like double this frames per second. Because it's only 40-50% utilization. The orange even looks pink on those top fans.
Can you tell it's Corsair? Ooh, looks better in person. That is so pretty.
It's like peach.
Yeah, like a fluoro peach.
Mm-hmm.
Fuchsia crossed with peach coloured. I don't know. Oh, now I want that.
Just gonna swap the fans out. Probably. No, that's okay. Actually, no, they don't have to come off.
Right?
No. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
So our CPU and our graphics card barely feel like they're half asleep.
So,
Yeah.
GVR Productions says, hey Tim, long time viewer, was originally Camo Games. I remember that.
Ah, Camo Games. I remember you.
He says, anyways, for my question, how is the GPU so cool? Mine always gets to the high 60s, 70s.
Ah, it's because the CPU's doing other stuff in the background. Its utilization isn't very high. If you that number there, I'll show you. Okay, we'll put everything to work. Hang on, I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is also an air conditioned environment.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably like
And a fan
the
going on.
ambient temperature's probably like 23 degrees.
That's probably cool.
Okay, so this one here, a lot more demanding. Yeah, the only reason why it was running super cool before is because it wasn't even trying, basically. This is a more demanding. Yeah, this is a more demanding benchmark here, and you can see jumping up to the 60s. The case is open as well, so make a bit of a difference. No, everything looks like it's doing all right. So,
Oh, this tractor, it's chasing its runaway trailer. It's trying to catch up to it. Not finally caught up to it. Because it's the trailer's like growing on the side rail.
oh,
So it's slowing it down and it's like... Whoops.
all right. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to stress test this one a bit later.
No. Sarah Lee's entered into voluntary administration.
Oh, Sarah Lee's dead.
After 52 years.
Oh, wow.
No.
The company Sarah Lee, which is a famous like frozen desserts maker, so they make like frozen apple pies, cheesecakes, crumbles, yeah,
like all the yum stuff.
yeah, all sort of desserts and stuff like that. The stuff you find in the frozen food section. And yeah, so they've finally gone broke, as that's just due to changing dietary interests by society. Yeah, I get it. Even the meat pie, like 4 and 20s patties, they're a shadow of their former selves. Put it that way. You know,
Yeah.
shit, like 20 years ago when I first got a job at Coles, you know, those categories were, you know, they were decent categories. They weren't like the biggest category or anything like that.
No,
but you sold a decent amount. If frickin' 4 and 20 pies went on special that week, oh man, you need like half a pallet of frickin' pies for sure. Mm-hmm. they're gonna walk out the door.
I didn't know this, but they were run in Australia by license from a global owner.
Yeah, it's the name Sarah, the brand Sarah Lee is an American thing, if I'm not mistaken. But it's under license from America. You just said it's under license from an American company. It's Sarah Lee in Australia, but they pay for the license.
No, FT, it doesn't say who.
Yeah, it'd just be some freaking company that owns it. Owns the license of it. Because yeah, I'm positive they're in America. But a company is an Australian company. A bit like yeah.
Anyway.
Corporate ownership can be a bit of a clusterfuck, basically. So Asahi owns Carlton United Breweries, so all of that, they own their own stuff and they own all of the Carlton United brands. But then Asahi also owns Schweppes and Pepsi. And then they don't own Pepsi, but they use Pepsi under license. They use Lipton iced tea under license. They use, they own Cotties outright. They own Schweppes outright, or yeah, I think they don't pay anything for the Schweppes license. Anyway, I'm just getting sidetracked talking about FMCG. So this is all good.
It's Google production says also I haven't been catching up on streams lately. Been pretty busy recently. Revisiting PS3 console.
Oh, nice! I love retro gaming. I'm a bit of a retro game nerd.
Yeah.
Half the time I you know, I've got like games that I haven't played and haven't finished. Like I haven't finished Red Dead Redemption 2. But when I get urge to play. I'm like, let's do a speed run of freaking like something, yeah, like Star Fox 64, or like, yeah, let's do a speed run of Banjo-Kazooie with 100%, like shit I used to do when I was a kid and stuff like that, because it's just got the nostalgia and stuff. I know there's got to be more people out there like that. You get stuck on that nostalgia factor with games, and keep diving into the same one. It's like, man, I should really play the other games that I've got. But no. I'm jumping straight in head first into the old games. Oh, yeah, you got to know those feels. At some stage, I'll get the urge to play the fucking Pokemon games on Game Boy again. I'll pick my starter and head on up Route 1. Yeah. Hey Ladios, how you going? Good to have you with us. Okay, so all of this stuff in here is going to Billy. I don't think I've got anything else I can add. That's pretty good. Bloody hell. Fluffy now. This was brand new just the other day. And there's freaking fluffy cat fur on it. I hope you're not allergic to cats.
I don't think there's too many people who are allergic to cats.
Alright.
Who follow me.
So,
Yeah, I'm gonna buy
so as you can see here, it says this PC can run Windows 11. So Windows 11 is a free upgrade from Windows 10. Just keep checking back on the Windows Update page, and eventually you'll see this blue box show up there, and it will say Windows 11 install now. And you just click install now, and a little terms and conditions screen comes up. You just click accept, and then just keep doing your normal thing. Don't have to worry. Start gaming. Do whatever you need to do. And then next time you restart your computer, when it turns back on, you can have Windows 11. All your stuff will be reinstalled for you for Windows 11, so you don't have to do anything like that. And yeah, happy days, you'll have Windows 11. So I always do Windows 10 just in case a customer wants to stay on Windows 10. But I might shut this one down. That's really weird. These included fans are running even though it's turned off.
What?
If the power supply is on, those fans are turning.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Production says saying here, like retro gaming tech, even though I wasn't born in the generation PS1 and N64, Saturn, etc., it's always been my interest.
Yeah, okay, yeah, definitely. So, yeah, I mean, when I first started gaming, it was MS DOS. Okay, so I used to turn on the computer, and a black screen would show up, and it would just say C dot dot slash, and that was it. That was all I had, and then I had to write the name of the application that I wanted to run, which was the name of the game. So I had to type it out in its root directory, and once I did that, basically entered my special code, hit enter, the black screen would go away. There'd be some writing on the screen usually first, if I'm not mistaken, and then my game would load up, and then that was just happy days from there. You know, games are intuitive.
You're old.
Yeah, I know, but I get to tell you all about what it's like. Then my next step up from that was when I got a Sega Mega Drive, or the Sega Genesis if you're over in the United States. So yeah, that was a big step up. Although one thing I noticed was there are a few games on the Genesis that we had on the computer, and I was like, But yeah, that was pretty common back then. They used to port particularly licensed games. Like I remember The Lion King. I had that on the computer, and I had it on Sega Mega Drive.
No. On Sega.
Yeah, it was a DOS game, if I'm not mistaken. And it was on Sega.
I played that on computer.
You played it on so you played the DOS version, but I also played it on Sega, which I liked more because of the controller.
I probably would have been better at it with the control. That was. I'm gonna play one from game again. I could never get past the Stampede.
Oh, the Stampede. Stampedes. Yeah, I mean, it's the Stampede. It's a pain in the ass, but you get there eventually. It just sort of cuts out. You think there's more, and then all of a sudden the screen goes black and you're on the next level. Okay. So we'll put this one down the side. And our next one. So, this is the one in the NZXT case. So I can't find the freaking controller for it anywhere.
Video says I wish we could stay with Windows 10 forever.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, they stayed with it for a fair while, and then the thing is, it was always inevitable that they were gonna eventually update it in some way. Like I know it's like a little bit of a pain in the ass, right? But you just gotta think there's always going to be updates for security reasons for all operating systems. That's just the name of the game, unfortunately. And there comes a point where you need to make some fundamental changes to how the system works. And if you haven't had a visual refresh for like, oh man, I was part of the first group of people to test Windows 10 when it came out. I got a free upgrade of my license. And yeah, all I had to do was basically be the second group of beta testers for the product. So they would have had actual beta testers, then they release it to a group of people who are happy to give them feedback and report problems, and then that's when every random device gets hooked up to the system and stuff like that. So yeah, for me. But yeah, for everyone else, they tested it, and I mean that was ages ago. That was like 2010, 2011, somewhere around then. It was a while ago. Okay, so not 100% sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, DOS. I've been tinkering in DOSBox, even though it's not one-to-one actual DOS, but it does feel cool to actually type out the command to load your game.
Yeah, I mean it's retro as. But yeah, I mean my first experience of gaming. Like for some people older than me, they'll remember playing like the Atari 2600 or yeah, like even earlier systems than that. I've seen this stuff about Magnavox or something like that. I don't even know if we had that in Australia or not. I don't ever remember hearing about it until okay. So yeah, unfortunately we got to basically take this freaking thing apart to do this. But that's okay. So I'll use these NZXT fans next time I use an NZXT case or cooler. I'll offer them up to someone because or until I find the fucking controller, but I've been through all of my boxes that aren't unpacked and all the boxes that I have unpacked, and I can't find the freaking NZXT controller. I got a shitload of Leon Lee and Corsair ones, like absolute shitloads. Okay. So what are we going to need for this? I could really do with a triple. Because 1, 2, 3. Okay. I found what I was looking for. Yeah.
Take care.
No worries. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.
Nice stretch.
You like that? You have Christine to thank for that. To quote Christine, Halloween's fun. Oh, that was a lovely sound, wasn't it?
No.
What kind of wizardry is this? I don't understand. This USB cable's weird. It's got different pin configuration on each end.
What?
Yeah. I swear I had a spare cable. I'm starting to think I'm imagining things. No, I've got a heap of USB-B to USB internal header cables, but none of the ones that I want. And so it's not a big deal that we don't have it. It's for the Bluetooth on the Wi-Fi card. No. Looks like we're not going to have that. Okay. So basically, we're gonna swap these for addressable RGB fans. Small puppy. I'm not sure if small puppies are meant to be here. You sit beside me, eh? Bloody small dogs. What are you knocking off? Come on. Okay, so these are going on the front. We got some blue sticky. I've done my maths wrong.
Hmm?
I've done my maths wrong.
What do you mean?
I don't need a triple splitter. Because we got one. And we've just got 2 fans. So I can just use this double splitter.
Want to split it?
Want to split it?
You can't even steam it.
You can eat that. You can eat a stapler. Want to split it? Oh, what am I doing? Small dog, what are you sniffing around for? I don't think so.
I just ate with some peanut butter.
My dog loves peanut butter.
What dog doesn't like peanut butter?
I'm sure there's plenty of dogs that have never had it before.
I guess.
Someone's going to tell me it's like toxic to dogs. We'll have animal rights activists up our ass in a second.
Yeah, no, it's perfectly fine.
Ah, it's a nice treat for a dog. Yeah. Well, she seems to love it.
She's going back to the bowl and put it in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm not sure how these brackets make it easier to install your fans. Oh, I'm really tired today, I've been stuffing up shit all day. Now I got that screen for the height, the fish tank build, and I was going to go over there and install it for the customer, and I've just completely forgot to take it with me. It's half the reason why I was going out today. Yeah, some days you're just like tired, like more tired than usual. Like just being over 30, you're always freaking tired, right? Alrighty, what are we lacking here? I got a spare hard drive here. Why don't we add that in as well? We don't have much SSD storage. Oh. Are you serious? So unlike SSDs, you really want to make sure your hard drive has all the bolts in it and it's securely fastened. Because hard drives are they have moving parts, as the name might sort of imply. It has a hard disk in it. That's why it's a HDD, hard disk drive. Alrighty. And so this here is going to be a 3080 rig at the cost of an RTX 4070 card. $1,200. That's pretty bloody good. If you wanted to start your own PC journey, you wanted to tinker around and upgrade over time, but wanted to start off with something, you know, half decent, this is your go. 80 card out there or anything like that, but it's a 3080 with an i5, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 250 gigabyte SSD, 750 gigabyte hard drive, what, a 750 watt power supply in there, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Happy days. This one. That front flan's a little bit flickery, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit. Oh, it's still Windows 11.
Okay, just a second. Just check something. Okay. Alrighty, so it looks like we've got a faulty fan around the front there, but that's okay, it's not going to be like that.
There's a new Silverstone case in it.
Oh, look at that. Is that a mini ITX though?
Well, there's so many different ways you can mount in this case thing.
Oh, yeah.
This case is sick.
Okay, that fan, yeah, there's nothing I can do with that fan. There's definitely something amiss. See what I'm saying? If we move it back to like a whole color of blue, that's okay. When we move to white, so okay, just a quick little crash course here. So RGB lighting is, as it says, it's just R red, B blue, G green lights. Now if you want white, it's actually maximum of all of those colors put together.
That top fan's still being on.
Yeah, I know, that's what I was saying here. If we move it over to like a single color, that's okay. We'll work something out with all this. I'll just leave it.
We can watch these cases.
Damn. That's an expensive case. Okay. Let's have a look and see how this thing runs then. Okay. Very fancy case. Maybe I should buy it.
Fucking nice. But for 1,400, that's fucking insane. Well, it's basically 1,500. It's just under
14.89.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, it's taken off. But look what you can do with it. I should get this.
Is that it vertical? Is that it like lying down?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
That's the side on. They're 3 140s on the bottom.
3 140s
So
or 4
you can
120s?
fit-
Yeah. Sweet.
Hey, it's kind of similar to what you've got because this is the back.
Yeah, it's got the motherboard in a weird
That's
position.
where you put your
Yeah.
graphics card.
Yeah.
And it's got this like keyboard here, it's got keyboard on the back there.
I just can't justify spending $1,500 on a fucking PC case. Like,
It's very nice. This would be great and fancy. It's the Alto F2.
Damn. Post a link. People can have a look.
I have. It has a
$1,500 case.
It has a maximum of 560mm at the bottom and 480 at the top.
Oh.
Can we do a custom loop? That'd be sick.
That'd be an awesome case for a custom loop. I've got one pending custom loop inquiry. Dude's out at Blackhall. Obviously a minor, so I'd love to get him one. I just don't like shipping him full of liquid.
You could like get him to buy the.
I'm gonna ship him. I'm gonna just get him to. I'll just get some liquid delivered to his house, and then yeah, I'll just instruct him on how to fill it. I mean, I'll fill it. I'll do all that live on the channel, so he can see the methodology of filling a loop. It's pretty simple. Like, I would imagine that if you've got like a really basic level of plumbing knowledge, you're probably going to be fine.
I'm pretty sure he'd be alright. He lives in a rural area.
Yeah.
Surely he's got.
Well, no, don't ever assume. Don't ever assume.
Yeah, I guess.
Just because someone lives in a rural area now doesn't mean they grew up there.
Well, you didn't really technically grow up in a rural area, but...
No, I didn't, but I did... The Sanford Valley was a lot more rural when I was a kid compared to now, if you know what I mean. Like, out in the Sanford Valley, there wasn't even any town water until, like the mid-90s or so. For a lot of places, like there was town water in the actual town centre, but out in the country, no, it was as rural as basically anywhere else in southeast Queensland. And so yeah, one thing with this build here is it's got the Asus RTX 3080 Turbo card, and it's a blower card, so it does make a bit of noise. So ideally, if you have a headset on, it's not gonna be a problem for you.
You just tune it out. It's not that.
It's a card that got sold to one of my customers in a gaming PC, like a brand new RTX 3080 gaming PC. Yeah, he shouldn't have paired with a 12700F and this freaking noisy ass card. The dude spent like $4,000 on it. Had one stick of 32GB RAM with no XMP. And he's like, man, this is all jittery and fucked trying to play Warzone. And I said to him in the inquiry, I'm like, your specs should be fine, man. Like, blah, 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 blah. And then we did a RTX 4080 and 13600 KF for him. And yeah, he's just like, fuck, man, it's made all the difference. And I was like, yeah, part of it's just the RAM. And the other part of it is you've got an actual gaming tuned graphics card as opposed to the Asus blower, which is... It's designed for workstations and like pre-builts, like from HP and Dell and Acer and stuff like that. This would be right at home in like an Alienware PC. You know, like the smallish ones. It's designed to use in builds where there's like no airflow. Okay. Someone's donkey's going off.
Yeah.
How do you know it's a donkey?
They make a certain sound, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple of houses around here that have donkeys.
Yeah,
They're very
okay.
protective of whatever animal that they're paired with.
Yeah, I've read this thing about horses, mules, donkeys, and is there something else? Nah, it's just the three, isn't it? Yeah, and it just explained like some of the differences between them. Because I mean, I just sort of look at them and I'm just like, oh yeah, horse things. You know, they got their odd toe ungulates.
With donkeys, they're very protective. They will, like...
Oh, I'm like, where's my screen gone? I unplugged the power with my feet.
Oh, jeebus. Look at that. What's going on with that? Okay.
It's my screen. That's from me unplugging the... What's happening here? Let's just start that one again. It got really confused then.
Yeah, donkeys are very aggressive towards predators, and then like, let's say they're like protecting herd of sheep, they will literally try and get the sheep. Doesn't help.
Loud. Yeah, I know. That's the nature of a blower. So yeah, like I said, it's something you run with a headset, for sure.
Definitely.
But yeah, I've swapped this customer bought a proper rig, and then I've given him a cheaper graphics card to go in the other PC, and he's going to give it to his business partner. And then I've given him some money for the 3080 blower. Like, obviously I can't pay him much for it, but yeah, I mean, he's a busy man, and like, I don't think he can be bothered trying to sell it, and he's out at Jimboomba, so it's like probably going to be hard to sell it. Yeah, and then, you know, he'd still need to buy another graphics. Yeah, it's just easier just to on-sell it. And then, yeah, that works out, because then I've got something to sell, you know, at a good price for someone else, and it can go to someone, you know, a bit better for it. Because, yeah, this shouldn't really have been sold to the customer in a new gaming PC with a 12th gen Intel CPU. I mean, we've got a 10th gen Intel CPU in there. It's new and under warranty, but it's new old stock. Because why would I pair something like brand new and hardcore with the 3080 blower here that's, you know, basically the slowest 3080 card that you'll come across. So, like, I'm pretty sure like the ROG Strix 3070 Ti would get the same numbers as this 3080 from what I've seen. So, yeah. Not really selling it, am I?
No, you're not.
I'm not really selling it, but at least I'm being honest and straight up about it.
Okay.
I'm not just trying to rip people off for the sake of a sale, because I know this will find its way to a happy owner. I guarantee. There will be someone trying to find a rig that's like better than minimum specs. Okay. Well, yes, I think everything's all installed for this. Okay, so let's set up our hard drive. Storage hard disk drive. There we go. And we'll just have a quick look. I'm pretty sure I've checked this one out and it's in reasonable condition. Yes. It really hasn't done too much work. Where are we? Do we not have a total amount written for hard drives? Is that only on the SSD one? Sorry, I'm just reading through. I just wanted to see how much data's been written to it. But like all the main ones are at 0, 0, 0, 0. Some of these ones that have values there, that they're like, you know, just ordinary things that happen. That's why we've got this health status. And yeah, so we can, some of these bad ones here, reallocated sector count, pending sector count, uncorrectable sector count, we can move them up if we want. But the way it's set, as soon as you get one, that's a warning. That good turns to caution. And so basically what a reallocated sector count is where part of the hard disk drive is not able to be read or written to. So it's reallocated the part of the drive that's meant to be there to another position. So it's not good when the drive starts marking sectors as, you know, unable to be used. But yeah, that's what happens as your drive starts to die. So, all right, that's all good. Got an update installing there. Looks like we've got a couple of things to get. We'll have to do a stress test on it.
That's cool. This kid found a World War II bunker in his garden and decided to dig it out and restore it.
Oh yeah.
Very good.
Okay.
Are you showing his internet speed?
What's that?
He shows his. Hang on a second, I need to pause it. He shows his 12 megabits per second.
Down.
That's 7 up. That's internet.
I've got like just enough bandwidth here to do this. What's up?
So pretty. Dude found it. Had a call out to the 5-foot red belly.
Oh, true. Cinebench is sitting there in the background, not open. Look at that. That's really strange. Alright, well, I think... Oh, there it goes. Look at that. Something's not right with Cinebench there. I don't know. I think we might restart it. Okay. Okay, so should be doing its thing. Okay, so we should be all up to date now. It's our 3080 Ethernet hard drive, SSD, our RAM. Oh, it's not running at full speed. Better fix that before I forget about it. So the RAM in here should be where are we? Why isn't the XMP profile showing? It's showing up here. Am I just being blind? It seriously doesn't say anything. Oh, hang on. This is the era where Intel doesn't allow for XMP profiles. Not other than Z series motherboards. There you go. Alright. Well, that's that. No XMP, but you can get XMP when you upgrade. Though Intel's not as sensitive to memory speed compared to Ryzen, so not as much of a big deal. All right. So that's all ready to go. Live update for App Shop. Okay. Alrighty, Cinebench opens now. Look at that. Okay, that's all good. Oh. Let's go do it. So we log our temperatures there in hardware monitor. And yeah, we just let this one run for 90 minutes. And then we're all sorted. So our hotspot can get up to 100 degrees, same with memory. GPU can get up to 83 degrees. And our CPU there can get up to 100 degrees. She's definitely not the fastest 6-core. A Ryzen 5950X would have done this 3 times by now. But still better. Better than i7 7700. 11th gen i7 laptop, much better. Sitting just below the Ryzen 7 1700X and the i9 9880H, which is another laptop. But yes. Alright, well I think that's where we'll sign off for tonight, so thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next video.